In this video I'll be cutting this Beech Hedge and I'll be using the Stihl Hs 45 to do it. So over the last few months I've been trying to purposely use the Stihl Hs 45 more and more. It's a hedge cutter which I've owned now for quite a while, and it's always been my backup hedge cutter. I would normally go for my Stihl Combi long reach hedge cutter, but for the last few months I've thought, let's give the HS 45 a go. My thoughts are that if I really enjoy using the HS 45, then I will probably upgrade to something a little bit more upmarket. As much as I've got on very well with the HS 45 over the last few months, there are a few things that I'm not overly too keen on. The vibrations on it are very high, something I feel I can only use for a little while before maybe swapping back to the long reach. And after you use it, you can feel your hands a little bit tingly. And I also don't like the exhaust on the bottom. If I'm doing the top of a hedge, I end up getting, the fumes are quite strong off of it. If you're cutting the top of a hedge, the exhaust is right on the bottom of it, and I find that the fumes just get pushed onto the top of the hedge and then they sort of just go straight in your lungs. I don't know if that's the same with all these sort of hedge cutters. As I say, I've really only used this short reach hedge cutter probably in the last sort of 10 years or so. So I don't know what the new ones are like out there, but as I say, I'm getting on well with this. I'm enjoying using it, and I find it's easier for certain jobs than the long reach. So this is a beech hedge which I'm cutting at the moment, and I must be honest, beech hedges are not my favourite hedges to cut. If I'm going to cut them, I like to cut them at least twice a year. Don't let them get too sort of long. The reason I don't like cutting beech hedges too much is they're always filthy dirty. Not too bad on this occasion. We had some rain the weekend before, and I don't know whether or not that sort of cleaned it up a little bit. But normally beech hedges are horrible, dusty, full of bugs, full of little white flies that irritate and bite you as much as they can. So beech hedges not my favourite one to do. I have a few customers that want them doing sort of once a year, and if I can help it, I'll try and get them to do it at least twice a year. It just stops them from getting too leggy and dusty and horrible. You'll notice on this video, which I don't cut the top of this hedge, I just cut the side. Where I'm cutting at the moment, there's a fence line in there somewhere, and the hedge is actually growing on the neighbour's side. So it is the neighbour's hedge, and unfortunately me and the customers this side would like to cut it, or we'd like to cut the top and the side at the same time, keep it looking nice. But no, we only, the customer has a gardener that comes in once a year and cuts everything sort of right down. So you'll only see me cutting the side, and to be honest, on this day I was fairly puffed out anyway, so I wasn't too worried about just doing the side and leaving the top. The weather over this last week has been absolutely gorgeous, really hot, sort of got around to sort of 30 degrees for a couple of days. I've been trying to get to work as early as I can to get started earlier while it's cooler, but I've really struggled lately, you know, with the whole lockdown at the moment. We're still sort of under, everybody's at home still, and you sort of turn up to work in the mornings as early as you can, and you have a look round and all the neighbours obviously are still in bed. You know, all you see is all curtains drawn and everything, just thinking, oh, I'm going to be upsetting a few people here by starting the hedge cut at 8 o'clock. Haven't had anybody complain to me yet, but I'm sure I've woke a few people up. So that's it with most of the hedge cutting. I'm now just going to have a little bit of a tidy up, get some of the rubbish out of the way. It's always surprising how much waste you get off of a hedge, and although I've only just done the side of it, not the top, you'll see the amount of garden waste I'm just pulling out of it. I mean, I'm lucky on this occasion to get to put all the waste in a garden dustbin, but yeah, you've got to take this away. This is going to be at least sort of 2 or 3 big bagfuls. So yeah, fairly lucky on this job we didn't have to take any of the waste away. So thanks for watching, guys. Take care, be good, and I will leave you with a little picture of the before and the after. See you next time.